Hello, my name is Marvin Arrington Jr. I am Commissioner of Fulton County's District 5, which encompasses parts of unincorporated Fulton County, southwest Atlanta, East Point, East Atlanta, and small parts of Union City and College Park. Thanks for joining me for District Dialogues, where I share snapshots of what's happening in Fulton County's District 5. Let's jump into what's happening in District 5. In the first quarter of the year, we kicked off my annual Black History Film Festival. This year, we were pleased to host the event at the Wolf Creek Library. Meanwhile, the South Fulton HOA Alliance boot camps are also in full swing. Make sure to join your neighbors for the next one. They are all held at the South Fulton Service Center on Stonewall Tail Road. Our series of town hall meetings, also called District Dialogues, will launch in March. They will take place at the Bowden Senior Center, Zoo Atlanta, and Wolf Creek Library. For dates, times, and locations, visit our website at fultoncommission5.com. Our Excellence in Education segment spotlights individuals, schools, or organizations that are making stellar strides in the world of academia. Today, please meet Imara Canady, who is the Area Development Director for the United Negro College Fund. How you doing, Imara?
Good. Good to be here, Commissioner.
Thank you. So glad to have you. So glad to have you here. So share with us, Imara, what is happening with United Negro College Fund?
Well, there's a lot of great things that are happening with UNCF. As you may know, this is our 70-year anniversary. So for 70 years, we have been in the business about providing financial support for underserved students to get to and through college. And really, you know, we like to say that we're investing in better futures for our young people.
Nothing better than investing in the future.
Exactly.
It's much more appropriate to spend the money now on the front end than to spend that money on the back end.
Exactly. Well, in your profession, you know, sir, that you really have one or two options. We can invest in better futures by investing in a quality education for our young people, or we can invest in the juvenile justice system. And statistics have shown that if we make an investment in our young people, ensuring that they get a quality education, that they will successfully get to and through college and thus become the community leaders that we know that they're destined to be. And that really is what the business of UNCF is all about.
Do you have to attend an HBCU to be eligible for the UNCF scholarship?
So that is the good news, and I actually am glad you asked that question because for many they think that you either had to attend a HBCU or specifically that you had to attend one of the 37 member institutions that we support nationally. And the truth of the matter is you do not. We support some 60,000 students nationwide that are attending some 900 different schools from across our country. So really, the thing that you need to be is a student that is in need of financial support, and then do the part that our students want to do, which is maintaining their GPA.
So how many scholars are currently on the campuses, on university campuses now?
Well, that shifts, you know, of course, giving the needs and how many students are enrolled. But the good news here in the metro area, through our direct support of our 5 member institutions throughout the state of Georgia, of course, many which are housed right here in the core of the city of Atlanta with Clark Atlanta University, ITC, Morehouse College, and Spelman College, we provide support to thousands of young people through those institutions. And in many of our communities, I mean, we are upwards at 100 plus of direct support of financial assistance to young people. So we're about making an impact in the lives of young people. And let me share this on this note because this is one of the things that really impressed me about the organization when I first came on board. 90 cents, approximately 90 cents of every dollar that we raise goes directly back into the financial support for our young people and our institutions. So when you support UNCF, you really are making an investment in better futures for our young people.
Well, that's very important to know. Everyone is concerned about where their money is going and is it being spent efficiently. So
exactly.
The fact that you all keep overhead to 10% is absolutely awesome. How can our viewers find out more about the UNCF?
Well, there's a couple of ways. I mean, one, of course, they can simply go to our website, which is uncf.org, and find out about what we're doing nationally or what we're doing here in the local community. And I want to just take a little personal privilege to thank you for the things that you have supported us in the past and that you'll be supporting us in this year. And we also can have folks call us directly here in the Atlanta office at 404-302-8623. And just, we've got a plethora of things going on. We've got, some fun things with step shows. We've got balls and galas. We've got all types of activities. We try to meet the community where they're at so that we can then funnel funds back into our young people.
Any final thoughts?
No, just want to say thank you. And just to know that we always like to end it with, of course, reminding people that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but we've added now, but a wonderful thing to invest in.
We love it. Thank you so much, Imara and
you.
Canady, for coming out. So glad to have you. We ask all our viewers to support the UNCF. Log on to their site. There's more to come on District Dialogues. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's time for our community kudos, where we give recognition to organizations who are striving to empower our communities. Today's organization is near and dear to my heart. In 2014, Mr. Corro'll, Driskell, and I started the South Fulton HOA Alliance. It's an organization whose sole purpose is to empower homeowners, associations, and residents alike. Welcome to the show, Mr. Driskell.
Thank you, Commissioner Arrington.
What is the purpose of the South Fulton HOA Alliance?
Well, simply put, the purpose of the South Fulton HOA Alliance is to empower communities and establish consistent relationships with representatives as well as with our police department as well as other communities. Equally, we would like to ensure that there's a consistent way to manage and operate homeowners associations.
And how many different HOAs or condo associations are involved with the South Fulton HOA Alliance?
Well, that's a great question. Today, we have 30 members of the South Fulton HOA Alliance with a number of other committed communities.
So why was it necessary to start the HOA Alliance?
Well, if you think back to when we were originally working with our own homeowners association board, there was ignorance that played a part in encouraging us to have discussions with other community leaders. And so as a result of learning from their personal experience with managing and operating their HOAs, we saw a need for corralling all of the communities in South Fulton because we had developers that were leaving communities and leaving us high and dry. So we established the South Fulton HOA Alliance to streamline that process and standardize on how we operate and manage the communities. So say, for example, retention ponds were a huge problem for a lot of the communities. In fact, most communities bankrupted based on the cost to revitalize those retention ponds.
And is there something that we're doing in order to try to help Georgia homeowners and protect Georgia homeowners, like a HOA Bill of Rights?
Yes. So again, looking at South Fulton HOA Alliance, which is a chapter of the Georgia HOA Alliance, we see that a number of homeowners' rights were violated. In fact, we had to fight for our own rights just to vote for our representatives to speak on our behalf to the declarant board at that particular time. So encouraging policies that would protect homeowner rights was of a paramount need for South Fulton.
And you're being kind. We had to file a lawsuit, didn't we?
Well, filing the lawsuit was like a last step, right? It was our last effort to try to ensure that we had rights as homeowners to vote for people to represent our interests and also to ensure that we protect our collective interests in the actual community.
Anything else that you want to tell us about the HOA Alliance?
Well, again, I want everyone to keep in mind that we're not really just focused on the South Fulton area. We're focused on Georgia as a whole. So that's why the South Fulton HOA Alliance is a chapter of the Georgia HOA Alliance. And if you think about the boot camps that are held quarterly, which is really a training ground, not just for the leadership of the alliances, or excuse me, of the homeowners association, but also the members of those associations. And so training is very important. And then, of course, sharing personal experiences across the board between communities in a think tank form. It will add a significant amount of value. So we have to encourage individuals to step back, avoid being emotional, and participate in all of the chapter alliances so that we can protect all of the homeowners' rights across Georgia.
And one of those issues that we wind up seeing trouble with, or some of those issues that we see troubles with homeowners associations, are elections, turnover,
finances, finance management, and at the core of a lot of the problems with associations boils down to one word: apathy. And so that's another core issue that we're collectively tackling, because if we get more members or homeowners involved in just evaluating financial reports and participating in the elections, paying close attention to the individuals they elect to represent them as board members, then we can actually streamline the processes and make sure that homeowners are protected. Also, maybe this is not the correct platform to speak to this, we should not become very dependent on a specific entity to manage our affairs, like a management company. We need to evaluate cost savings across the board, say, for example, paying for vendors, making sure we pay attention to the contracts. Just becoming more involved would alleviate a lot of the issues that homeowners are facing today.
Does the South Fulton HOA Alliance have any special events coming up?
We have special events once a quarter, so I would invite everyone to visit southfultonhoaalliance.org for all of the actual event information.
Well, thank you so much for coming out,
Pleasure,
Mr.
Commissioner.
Driskell.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Time now for our shout out to District 5 seniors at the Bowden and Southeast Centers who are celebrating milestone birthdays. Happy birthday to each of you. We'll be right back. In our District 5 Economy Spotlight, we'll talk about building economic development and sustainability. One big part of economic development is business. We need viable businesses in our district and in our county. Our guest today is Rholanda Stanberry from the county's purchasing department. Welcome to the show, Rholanda.
Thanks for having me, Commissioner.
So glad to have you here. Thank you for coming. What is the role of the purchasing department in Fulton County?
The purchasing department is responsible for procuring all of the goods and services at the most valuable cost for the entire county. We purchase everything from pencils to construction services required to build bridges and county facilities.
What are the steps for doing business with Fulton County?
The steps for doing business with Fulton County is to, first of all, become a registered vendor. That's a pretty painless process. You can do it online by going to our website, www.fultoncountyga.gov, and click on Bid Opportunities within the Purchasing Department. We have a vendor self-service system where you can register your business with the county. Your name is automatically put into our database, and then you'll electronically receive a list of solicitations that corresponds to the type of businesses that you identified yourself as providing. Your next step would be to look at our county bid board. All of our solicitations are listed on the county bid board. We advertise all of our solicitations in publications such as the Atlanta Inquirer, the Atlanta Daily Word, the South and North Fulton Neighbors, the Fulton County Daily Report, and of course on our website.
What help or resources does Fulton County Purchasing provide for small businesses?
Every other month here on site in our purchasing bid room, we have training classes. Those training classes range from vendor orientation, which takes you through a step-by-step snapshot of the entire procurement process, how to become certified as a minority, female, or service-disabled veteran-owned business, online bidding, which will take you to all of our procurements under $50,000. And we also have a how to respond to an RFP. That class is only offered quarterly. However, we also partner with minority-focused trade, business, and contractor organizations. And when they have training and education seminars available, we post all of those on our website, and we make the vendor community aware of all of those resources that are available. And most of them are all available for free.
How can our viewers find out more information about purchasing and the vendor process and the training classes that you mentioned?
You could always call our office, 404-612-5800, or view our website. On our purchasing bid board, again, we put all of our solicitations. FGTV also list our solicitations, and you can also continue to read the publications, because we try to make our information available, easily available, and readily available.
Well, thank you so much again for coming out. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. As we close out today's show, I would like to leave you with this quote from President Abraham Lincoln. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Let us hear from you. Reach out to my office using any one of these District 5 contacts. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching District Dialogues. We'll see you next time. Peace and blessings to you all.